thank God I didn't kill anybody, didn't injure anybody. Totaled my truck in a single car accident and was taken into custody, charged with a DUI, and woke up in jail.
So back in November of last year, my mom and my 4 kids were in a major car accident that took her life. And I was living, back home in Guam. It's very easy to fall into your addictions.
I've been here at ECTLC now for 3.5 years. It's been a long time since I thought about what it was like before I got here.
I remember getting a call to come here. They said, they gave me the address. I made phone calls and emails and everything I possibly could, and then somebody called me and said, come here, give me the address, and I pulled in, and she said, just tell them Vanessa sent you when you get to the gate. And I get to the gate. And the security came up and says, who are you with? And I was like, I'm not with anybody. I was just told to say Vanessa sent me.
Growing up through high school, all the way up until my early 20s, never drank, never had done drugs. And right around 24, 25 years old, found the taste of wine. I had a wine tour company, and was in my first marriage. And then one fateful night, went from drinking and getting in an argument with somebody to jumping behind the wheel of a vehicle, which I had never done before. Surprisingly enough, being an alcoholic, never drove under the influence. If it wasn't for the Genesis recovery program, I would probably be dead somewhere, or I'd be in jail. After I left Genesis, I stayed in touch with Dr. Ray and Dr. Julie Hayden, and they've asked me to come down here and work for them and grow myself. And as of October, I will be actually doing something I never thought I would do again, and going back to school and to get into a leadership role, get into a counseling role, get into possibly psychology. And I believe that if I can help one person in their life, then I have done exactly what I've needed to do.
After my mom had passed away, I decided to make a life-changing decision and leave the island and come out here to attend, of course, ECTLC. I heard about this place because my auntie graduated from here 10 years ago, and she told me all about it, how it helped you with your sobriety and how it has resources to help you get on your feet. Started off on the single side. I was out here by myself, so I started off the single side, and then shortly after I started working on getting my children out here. But I gave myself at least a good 4 to 5 months to get clean and to realize that I didn't want to bring them right away, just in case, but I wanted to give myself time to work on myself, and that's what I did. So within 4 or 5 months, I was able to bring one of my children here. For me to get my kids, ECTLC offered me resources. They've actually showed me people who I can reach and who I can contact to help me get sponsorship to bring my children. And it has been a success. I've gotten sponsorship, and they helped me bring one of my children out here, and that was what all I needed was I had family support to help me bring the other two, but it was one that I was missing. And so the resources that was provided to me and the people that were brought to me, to my attention, actually turned around and pulled through and gave me resources and helped me purchase one of my kids' tickets. While I've been here, I've been able to pick up new traits. I worked a little bit with Miss Irene as a housekeeping, and I helped her with donations, and then I ventured on into the kitchen, and I've never done kitchen work before, but I learned some skills and techniques in the kitchen, and got to get to know people and build relationships here, and then I ended up moving over into the office. I started helping with intakes, and gave me a little bit more of a feel of how it would be when I finally get into a job again, since it's been a while since I've had one, and it gave me my work ethics back and prepared me for what to expect when I do start working.
It's been an absolute journey, and it's been a transformational journey as well. I was speaking to somebody yesterday about the father of their children, and they said something like, "Man, that guy's in prison, you know. I don't think he's ever going to come around." And I go, "Well, you know, I've been in prison." And they go, "No, you haven't." I go, "Yeah." And so there's a transformation that can happen here where you can become a totally different person. And I think that is the model of Christianity, is giving up your old life for the hope of a new one. And so you can lose that old person. You can have a new life. You can learn new things. You know, we've learned everything from Bible studies to life skills, to coping skills, to boundaries, to communication, all kinds of things that I took for granted. But you can learn a lot here in this program about all these various skills.
I took my kids and left, and they came and took the car back from us, car seats and all, left me and the kids with nothing, backpacks, bus pass. We did that. That was during the time that I got housing vouchers, and I was desperately looking for somewhere to go. All of my family is not here. My blood relatives are all in Washington State. I have a stepmom who lives up north in California. But I got on the housing vouchers and trying to find somewhere to live because it was only for 30 days. And I stretched it as much as I could everywhere, even as far as going down to San Ysidro for hotels, which was probably the scariest place I'd ever been, with me and two kids by ourselves. And I remember getting a call to come here. They said, go, they gave me the address. I made phone calls and emails and everything I possibly could. And then somebody called me and said, come here, give me the address. And I pulled in, and she said, just tell them Vanessa sent you when you get to the gate. And I get to the gate. And the security came up and says, who are you with? And I was like, I'm not with anybody. I was just told to say Vanessa sent me. And they said, you're really lucky if she's the one that sent you. And I came in, and she got us in that day because we were out of housing voucher money. Came here, and I was scared to death. I stayed in my room for months. I hardly would come out even to eat. I would come and do my classes, and I'd try to sit in the very front so nobody would sit next to me or talk to me, because it's like they just come in and walk right by. It's like, okay, you know, they say hi, they just walk by. It's like, I can do this. And I just stuck to myself. I got a job. And started going to devotionals in the morning. And that opened a whole a whole light for me. It's needed to be a campus advisor, knowing that you gotta give them baby steps, I guess, in a sense, to help others grow, to get where you are in the program. Because the program, it has phases, and at first it's these pamphlets that are, these little packets that are huge, and just reading the Bible, and it's answering questions. And I remember some of my packets, I would be like, I have no idea where to even look. I'm searching the internet, I'm searching the Bible. I have like probably 5 Bibles in my room. I have a kid Bible, I have, the King James Version, I have a life recovery Bible. I have a lot of that. I need the answers, and I can't, if I don't know, I'm gonna keep digging, and I will ask anybody as many questions as I can that they'll let me without, feeling like I'm annoying them. But it helped me grow a ton. I lost my train of thought.